Hey guys, grab your bowls. It's canning season. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I hope that you consider subscribing and you choose to stay because my channel is a little bit of everything. I'm always trying to save a buck. I try to can and preserve and grow my own food as much as I possibly can. Giving great budget tips and just, I'm not too formal and I just go with the flow. So I hope that that's your thing and you consider subscribing. Today's video is the beginning, guys. The beginning of canning season, which means I'm going to be super busy for the next 2 months. We gotta get this done. We gotta preserve what I grew. I gotta preserve my harvest. Gotta feed my family this winter with things that I grew myself. This isn't even a smidge of the green beans I have growing in my backyard. This was just one trip through. Each year I get about 3 trips through. So I'm gonna have 2 more this size, maybe more. I usually end up giving some away because we have so many canned. And I still have some canned down in the basement that I had from last year. So I don't need to can as many this year. So a lot of this, if it keeps coming in like this, is going to be gave away. So let's get to this. Let's start breaking up these beans. And then I'll show you what we do after we break up the beans. Hey, for those of you who are new to this whole canning thing and breaking your own beans, I'm going to show you this. These are Blue Lake green beans. They're stringless, but we still break off the tops. See the bottom? We still snap it off. And we break like this. If you have a variety of beans that aren't stringless, you will be breaking your tip off and pulling it down and then pulling this down. This doesn't have a string, therefore I can't show you pretty much the gist of it. So let's get started. Let's break some beans. This is a whole family affair, so you're gonna see the children get their hands dirty. We did it. We broke the beans. Now it is time to wash the beans. I want to wash them up really good. I'm going to let them soak for probably 20 minutes to break up any kind of like mud or dirt that's got stuck to the beans. And then I'm going to rinse them, wash them, rinse them, and wash them again. And then rinse them and wash them again. I want to make sure that they're super clean. And let's do that, then I'll show you the next step. All right, I got the bowl filled up with water. I usually put them in my sink, but as you can see, I'm in the middle of washing up some dishes. Look, a rogue bean. 20 minutes, let them soak. Alrighty, guys. I washed my beans. I let them soak for 20 minutes, like I said, and I washed, rinsed, 3 times just to make sure that they're clean. Our next step is to wash our mason jars. All right, so I know these are brand new, but we still need to wash them to get all the factory oils off of them. Wash them in just hot soapy water, just like you would at any other dish. Next step, prepare the canner. Green beans are a low acid food, therefore they need a pressure canner in order to be canned safely. Check with the manual for your pressure canner. My pressure canner is a Presto 16 quart pressure canner, and it has the dial on top. This requires 3 quarts of water. Only 3 quarts. The water does not cook what's inside the jars. The steam is what cooks what's inside the jars. So I'm going to put my 3 quarts in my pressure canner. As you can see, I have my 3 quarts of water in. Along with the 3 quarts of water, we're going to do a splash of vinegar. The vinegar helps keep the jars from getting a cloudy substance on the outside of the jars. It makes them more pretty. Also, before I forget, I'm using the Ball Blue Book Guide to Preserving. This is how I can most of my things. Not for everything, because I just don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know. The next step is to heat up your jars. The jars are going to need a little bit of water in them to keep them down so they don't keep floating and falling over. So the water helps keep the jars down so that they can heat up in the pressure canner. Jars filled with water, not filled, they just have 2 inches of water in them. We're going to turn the heat up, and put our lid on. We are not going to close our lid. We're just going to gently sit the lid upon top so that it sits nice and snug. We are not locking it into place. We're not using the weight. We're just letting it heat up the jars. So when you're canning green beans, you're going to fill up a pot. I use this because it's easier to pour, but you can just use a regular pot. But fill up a kettle or a pot with water and get it boiling so that you can pour it into your hot jars when you fill with green beans. When the jars heat up, I want to take them out, pour the water out in the sink. Do not pour the water out into the pressure canner because you need the certain amount of water in the pressure canner. That will put too much. So you dump the water out into your sink and you start filling up your hot jars with your green beans. We will do that in just a moment. Leave 1 inch of headspace in the jars. This is totally optional, but if you want salt in your green beans, please use canning salt. Regular salt can make it cloudy. The amount of salt is up to you. Fill up with the hot boiling water. Leave 1 inch headspace. Alright now guys, I'm using a chopstick for this. You can use whatever you want. De-bubble them jars. We got to get the air bubbles out so bacteria doesn't grow and spoil our food, right? So de-bubble. Now I'm just going to take some vinegar, put it on a paper towel, and wipe the rims of my jars so that it can get a nice good seal in the canner. Put your flats on your lids, and then you're going to put the rings around and twist them up fingertip tight. Not over tighten, just fingertip tight, like boop, like that. You see? Boop. You see that? I have been betrayed. Betrayed, guys. It was a defective lid. Good thing I found it, or it would have ruined my whole jar of beans. Alrighty, guys. Now we wait. We wait for the steam to start coming up through the valve. It has to be a steady stream of steam for 10 minutes. When the steady stream starts, set your timer for 10 minutes. You got to get all of that air out of there. We don't want air inside of the pressure canner. We want steam. Usually when the little nipple pops up on the Presto pressure canners, that means that the steady stream has started. That's what I go by if my little nipple has popped up. Alright, so let's wait for the steady stream of steam. In case you're wondering, this is normal. Do not freak out if it's your first time and you see this happening. Totally normal. Do not even worry about it. It will come out of here too. Now, if it starts coming out around here, your seal's not good. But this and this, it's okay. Nipple popped. Steady stream of steam, if you can see it. Steam is so hard to see, but I started my timer for 10 minutes. Timer went off. Now we put this on. We wait for it to get up to pressure. My pressure is 15 pounds of pressure. Look at your manual to see what elevation and what pound you require. I want to turn down the heat a little bit. And right now is where we watch. Keep an eye on your pressure gauge. When it comes to pressure, you start your timer. 20 minutes for pints, 25 minutes for quarts. I'm doing quarts, so my green beans have to cook for 25 minutes. All right. She's at pressure. I'm turning down the heat just a little. Set the timer for 25 minutes. This is normal. This is what we call jiggulating. That's what I call it. It just maintains the pressure. So when the 25 minutes goes off, I'll show you what we do next. Timer went off. So now we turn off the heat and let her come down. When this nipple goes back down, we know that the pressure is gone, as well as the dial going down. Now, the dial goes down to 0 before the nipple usually. So wait till that nipple goes down before you open. Alright guys, pressure is out of the canner. Let's open it. Now, when you open your canner, please open it away from your face so it doesn't really get you, because it hurts. It will burn. I've done it. It sucks. It's awful. Don't do it. Now, just slowly take out your jars and set them on something kind of soft so it doesn't, explode. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. It won't explode. Now, repeat with the rest of the beans. And here are those beans. How easy was that? Crazy easy, wasn't it? People just like to tell us these scary stories to make us think that pressure canning is hard. It is not hard. It is super easy. If I could do it, you can do it. I promise it is so simple. When you can something for the first time, every time really, but you're going to feel so good about yourself that you preserved food for your family. You don't have to have a garden in your backyard to be able to do this. You can look on Facebook Marketplace. Local farmers post on there all the time. They sell beans by the bushel. They sell corn, tomatoes, anything and everything. They sell it. You can go to your local farmers market and see if somebody will give you a good deal for buying extra, like in bulk. You could go to like a local farm. Sometimes they have little stores. I know we do around here. A lot of our little farms have stores where you can go inside and buy things. If you have one of those close, you could do that. You do not have to have a garden to preserve your own food. And the best thing about preserving your own food, you know where it came from. You know where every single bean, kernel, tomato sauce, you know where it all came from. You know what is in it. You don't have to rely on all these companies keeping up with the shortages, and you never know when the stores are going to have what you need. You can do it yourself. We have lost this way for so long. Americans, we got spoiled. We lost this way, but it's coming back. It is a hobby of mine. I love doing this. But it also helps me provide for my family in a way that Dusty can't. Does that make sense? Dusty is the provider of the family. He works. I provide food for my family. I provide food security, and it makes me feel really good about myself, and I absolutely love it. Guys, get ready. There are going to be lots of canning videos coming up within the next month or so because it's canning season. The next video, which may come out tomorrow actually, I know I don't do everyday videos, but canning season, it might turn into that for about a week or so. I don't know. Because I'm super busy canning and I want to share everything with you guys because you guys may want to learn this, and I do not want to skip anything because I want to share everything I have learned over the years to you guys. And if you guys know something I don't know, tell me. I'm always wanting to learn new things. Next video, which is probably going to be tomorrow, but I'm going to can some hamburger meat and blackberry cobbler filling. We're going to do it together. 2 of them. I've already did a hamburger on here before, but that was in my earlier days. But I'm also doing the blackberry cobbler filling, so that's new. So I'm very excited about it, and I'm very excited to show you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this little tutorial on how I can green beans. I will see you guys tomorrow because another canning video is coming out. I'm sorry. I'm just really excited about canning season. And stay tuned because I have a very, very special video coming up. It's not very special. That was really over exaggerating. Anyways, it's a really awesome video. And it's chicken. How to make chicken 4 different ways. So stay tuned for that. It's coming up after the next canning video. I'll see you guys later. And remember, stay positive and kind.